What is up, humans of the cardboard? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we've got another video with some more pretty hype news. We've got a little more information on Grand Creators. We don't have another archetype yet, but I'm actually expecting us to get one in like the next week or so, because we're like, I don't know, maybe 3.5 weeks away from the set actually coming out. Excuse me, in the OCG, and when it does, we'll have everything. So I'm assuming they'll actually release another archetype pretty soon here. But anyway, that's not important here. Let's get into this, okay? This is huge news, all right? Arriving December 3rd, 2021, the Grand Creators, this is the TCG, like, information release. Grand Creators is bringing forth 3 new strategies into existence, including and featuring a brand new world premiere spell card for Inzektor, as the winner of the 2020 Create a Card project selected by the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Then a bunch of stuff we already know, getting into here, 3 new strategies, whatever. Here's a hint of what you can expect from each theme. Art comes alive. These monsters pour their blood and sweat into their craft to create their masterpieces. This is Punk, by the way. We already had this revealed. Use as many level 3 psychic monsters in your deck as you can to maximize the destructive potential of their level 11 synchro monster. It's pretty cool. On summon, he like pops cards for the number of materials, I think. So pops like 2 to 3. It's pretty cool. All right, also a dutiful Exceed monster saves souls, a theme with an Exceed monster that repels evil. This is the one that looks like Ray. It's it's like this girl, I believe. So cool, we already knew that. And then an exciting adventure awaits you. Gather your fellowship and become the hero of your own duel. And that, I believe, is based around, kind of hard to see, but there's like this spellcaster girl. She's kind of cut off from this picture. Oh, maybe. Yeah, so it's this girl up here. Hold on. And I guess she summons like this thing, and the Griffin thing I think are also part of her archetype, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, for the most important stuff here today, all right, get that stuff out of the way. The Grand Creators will also contain the card created as a result of the 2020 Create a Card project, a powerful spell card that will enhance Inzektor decks and strategies to a whole new level. This dynamic spell card can pull an Inzektor monster or equip spell out of your deck and either special summon it or equip it to an Inzektor monster. Make sure your Inzektor deck is sleeved up and ready to go. Inzektors were chosen by the fans through a series of single elimination polls, emerging victorious out of the 16 themes that were part of the project. Fans were tasked with choosing which theme should receive a world premiere card in a 2021 product, as well as what card type it should be and what kind of product it should be released in. They chose an Inzektor spell card to be released in one of the 2021 60 card booster sets, and fittingly, the Grand Creators is the stage this new card will debut on. Okay, woo, all right, got through that. Big stuff here. Pretty much everything that matters here is it pulls an Inzektor monster or equip spell out of your deck and either special summons it or equips it to an Inzektor monster. That is huge information there, because if you guys remember, so I made in videos I've mentioned this. Lithium made a video talking about this card, and he made a video theorizing a card that he would like to see. And essentially, it kind of did something similar to this. He kind of made it literally was called Inzektor Barrage, which took just Zodiac Barrage. It kind of just made it an Inzektor card with, I think, like 1 or 2 bonus effects. He kind of threw in some crazy effects on top of just being a Barrage. Just being a Barrage in general is already going to be crazy. But yes, this could be huge, right? Inzektor's biggest folly is that they lose to hand traps. Well, this could be a card that does not lose to hand traps as easily. Now, it's probably an unsearchable 3 of, but it's a pretty nice 3 of that that will definitely make the deck more consistent, able to play through hand traps better, and particularly with the new B Trooper archetype, which we've been talking about. People, I think, right now are leaning towards Battle Wasps, but if we get an insane extender like this, maybe Inzektors may be the new route to go. I definitely think the ceiling could be crazy high with Inzektors if they're able to pop off, but they do lose a little harder to hand traps, so that's obviously the big concern there. We'll see. I think the one thing that I want to make sure, because obviously this sounds great, right? It just sounds like Barrage for Inzektors with extra utility of potentially grabbing equip spells too, is that they don't make it have like some really annoying clause to it. I don't want it to lock you into Inzektors. That would be awful. If it locks you into insects, I would be okay with that, because if you're combining this with B Troopers, which I think you might have to, B Troopers already kind of like lock you into insects pretty well, so that would actually be okay. I just don't want the card to have like a condition you have to meet where it's like you have to have an Inzektor monster engraved to activate it or something like that. I want it to be a pretty free extender as far as like when you can activate it, whether it's to start your play, the first card. You don't have to have any, like, don't need to have anything on the field just to activate it. You don't need to have a clear field. Obviously, we don't want that to be the case either. I just want it to be able to activate it anytime, as long as it maybe locks you into insects. I could see that being fine. But yeah, I'm really curious here. And a lot of people kind of trashed on this and trashed Konami. I had seen where people were like, yeah, John, but it's Konami. Like you can't trust Konami to make a good card. And I said, I feel you on that. But this situation is different. They specifically held a 16 theme poll that had one-on-one bracket style single elimination like tournament. And it took them a minute. They put in a lot of like extra work just to talk about one support card for one archetype. There's no way they would make it underwhelming. If they made it underwhelming, they would get so much flack from the community. It's insane. I can't imagine they would like go through that much trouble just to figure out what kind of card to make and then make the card weak. There's no way. So I actually had a lot of faith in this card. Also, we know that Konami, especially Konami Europe, and this is TCG card, a TCG exclusive card coming out, remind you on that. They love Lithium, and Lithium made a video saying Inzektor Barrage is the card we need, and it looks like they kind of just listened to him, which is awesome. They do a lot of stuff with Lithium, you know, as far as new products and reviews and stuff like that goes. So yeah, I had a lot of faith. I was pretty confident on this one that this would actually be a really good card, and it sounds like it is. Obviously, we won't know fully until we read it. We are still 4 months away from it coming out. But this is huge. This is just so huge. So this is like at least it's huge for like insect decks, and it makes B Troopers even more interesting. I already made a video saying why they're like a really nice buy out the gate just to get them early. If they do get another really good wave and they become a meta relevant deck, you want them early, obviously, because then their prices will go up most likely. So it's just I don't think Dawn is that great. So if it doesn't get super opened, those cards are not going to be as readily available. So get them while you can, while they're cheaper. And I just think with all the other insect stuff coming, we're going to get more B Trooper stuff. We're going to get this Inzektor card. And if it's as good as it sounds here, could be nice. And the deck could take off. So who knows? But I'm very excited to see where this goes. I know this isn't a ton of information. Really, the only new information here is this line right here. But this line really does a lot because I know a lot of people were concerned. I was pretty confident, but I didn't know how they'd do the spell. I knew they'd make it good, but it depends how good they made it and in what way to really make the archetype like splashable in something like B Troopers. But I think that just makes so much sense with B Troopers coming out recently that they would want to go ahead and make this a card that maybe just makes Inzektors like much better as an engine. You have an awesome extender for B Troopers on top of the ones we already have. And Inzektors obviously have a decent ceiling, even for an older archetype. I mean, the ability to use Hornet to just like pop hella cards is actually pretty good. So yeah, that pretty much is going to do it for me here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know in the comment section your thoughts on this new information on the Inzektor card. Inzektor Barrage. I mean, like, really? I'm excited. So let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to stay updated on all big Yu-Gi-Oh news when it gets revealed, because I love doing news videos. They're some of my favorite videos to record. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.